Hello, and welcome back to this gentle bedtime moment. Please settle in with soft pillows and slow breaths as calming music hums behind each word. If you enjoy this story and would like more, please like and follow the channel. Imagine the soothing patter of distant rain blending with the melody, and let your eyes grow heavy. Alice in Wonderland. Alice sits beneath a willow by a quiet river. The evening air is mild. The sky is lavender and blue. Rain drifts lightly on the water like a whispered song. She traces the ripples with her fingertips and lets the rhythm slow her thoughts. There is no rush, only the sound of rain and the hush of gentle music. The soft chime of a silver bell echoes nearby. Alice lifts her gaze and smiles at a white rabbit with a golden watch. He is not in a hurry tonight. He pauses with a calm nod as if inviting her to stroll. His coat glows in the twilight. His voice is a tender murmur that joins the rain. Alice rises in bare feet and follows. The grass is cool and fragrant. Each step feels slow and grounded. She listens to the music behind the rain. Crickets hum along. Willow branches sway like lazy metronomes. The rabbit glides over moss that cushions their path. They reach a clearing where a wide oak door stands within the earth. It is framed by ivy and tiny lamps. The rabbit rests his paw on the handle but does not yet turn it. He waits while Alice breathes in and lets her shoulders soften. She hears rain on the door like fingers tapping a lullaby. When she is ready, the door opens to a spiral staircase of pale wood. Soft lanterns hang at each curve. The descent is gentle. Alice does not fall. She sways down step by step, guided by the tune that mixes with the rain above. The air smells of chamomile and quiet books. At the base lies a key on a velvet cushion. The rabbit bows and fades into the shadows, leaving Alice with a serene smile. She picks up the key. It is warm. It hums softly as if the music is inside it. She knows it will open the next threshold when the time feels right. She enters a hall lined with mirrored walls. Each mirror shows a version of herself at ease. One laughs softly with friends. Another dreams beneath a blanket of stars. Another sips tea by candlelight during a summer shower. All of them breathe slowly. All of them glow with peace. Alice pauses at a table with crystal bottles. Each is labeled with a gentle word: serenity, wonder, gratitude. She lifts serenity. She does not drink. She holds it near her heart and lets the words settle inside. The rain above grows softer. The music widens like a long sigh. A tiny door appears near the floor. The key fits. Beyond it stretches a meadow of silver grass. Fireflies float like miniature lanterns. Rain falls, but every drop turns into butterflies before it touches the ground. They flutter upward, carrying the rainfall into a misty canopy. Alice steps into the meadow. Her worries dissolve with each breath. The scent of lavender blends with petrichor. A brook winds through the field, singing with the same melody she heard above. She dips her toes. The water swirls around her ankles, warm and slow. Across the meadow is a table covered in lace. The March hare and dormouse sit side by side, both wrapped in soft shawls. The hare pours tea with deliberate care. The dormouse sprinkles petals into each cup. A conductor of raindrops directs the band of crickets from the table edge. Alice greets them. She takes a seat on a plush cushion. The tea tastes like vanilla and honey. Steam curls in languid spirals. The hare tells quiet stories of moonlit picnics. The The dormouse hums to the beat of the rain. Alice listens, feeling the notes settle like a blanket around her shoulders. The conversation moves like a drifting cloud. No one interrupts. Laughter is low and rich. When the hare lifts a pocket watch, it shows no numbers, only a smooth face glowing with pale light. Time is gentle here. It stretches as wide as a night sky. A nearby tree opens like a door, revealing the caterpillar. He reclines on a cushion of moss. His hookah sends out rings of mint-scented mist. Each ring floats like a halo before melting into the rain. His voice is a soft baritone. He speaks of patience and the art of unhurried change. Alice listens. She hears the rain tick against leaves. She hears music like soft piano keys. The caterpillar tells her that every question has its own rhythm. Answers bloom when the heart is quiet. Alice nods, her eyes heavy yet bright. She thanks him and strolls along a path of glowing stones. The stones pulse in time with the rain. Ahead, a grove of tall mushrooms forms a sheltered room. Inside, the Cheshire Cat appears on a branch, tail wrapped around like a scarf. His grin is calm. His eyes shine like lanterns. He speaks in gentle riddles. Each riddle is a calming breath. Alice answers not with quick words, but with thoughtful silence. The cat fades until only his smile remains, hovering like a crescent moon. Even that dissolves, leaving a silver spark that floats ahead to guide her way. The path leads to a serene courtyard. Lanterns sway overhead. The Queen of Hearts sits on a throne made of rose petals. Tonight, she wears a robe of soft wool. Her usual trumpeters play a lullaby with flutes. Cards float like leaves, painting the air with warm hues. The queen rises slowly. Her voice is rich yet tender. She invites Alice to a restful game of croquet. The mallets are willow branches. The balls are round clouds that move at a touch. The hedgehogs who once rolled about now nap in cozy nests, listening to the rain. Alice moves the clouds with a gentle tap. They glide through arches made of rainbow mist. The queen claps softly. She speaks about kindness and the strength found in calm words. Alice hears the rain deepen, like faraway ocean waves blending with the music. After the game, the queen leads Alice to a gazebo. Cushions and quilts await. A harpist plucks serene chords. The sound mingles with rain on the roof. The queen pours warm elderflower tea and asks about Alice's dreams. Alice shares thoughts of gardens, journals, and quiet evenings. The queen smiles and offers a bouquet of heart-shaped leaves. They glow faintly and release a fragrance like fresh rain on roses. She tells Alice that Wonderland listens when she rests. The more she slows, the clearer the pathways become. Alice takes the bouquet and feels her breath deepen. Beyond the gazebo, a transparent bridge arches over a lake. The water mirrors the sky. Rain circles across the surface, creating overlapping rings of light. Alice steps onto the bridge. The harp fades into the distance. In its place, she hears a soft choir of voices humming. Swans drift beneath the bridge. They carry lanterns on their backs. Each lantern holds a memory. One glows with Alice's first day at school. Another with her favorite story read by the fire. Another with her mother's lullaby during a rainy night. The swans glide slowly, letting Alice savor each light. She reaches the center of the bridge. There stands a gentle knight in silver armor. His visor is open, revealing kind eyes. He offers her a crystal prism. He explains that the prism catches the rain and turns it into dreams. Alice holds it up, The raindrops become beams of soft color, painting the air in pastel hues. The night tells her that Wonderland thrives on peace. When hearts slow, the land shines brighter. He bows and vanishes into mist, leaving the prism in Alice's hand. She smiles and continues to the far shore where a stone cottage waits. The cottage is small and welcoming. Smoke curls from the chimney. Inside, a fireplace glows, though the fire is gentle and steady. The walls are lined with shelves of glass jars. Each jar holds a whisper. Some hold thunder turned soft. Others hold echoes of birds at dawn. One holds a lullaby learned from the rain. Alice opens the jar of lullaby and listens. The melody is the same soft tune that has followed her since the meadow. She feels her pulse slow. She rests the jar on a windowsill so the sound can drift outside and mix with the rain and music beyond. A diary lies on a table beside a quill. The pages are blank, waiting for calm reflections. Alice sits and writes about the meadow, the tea, the bridge, and the glowing memories. Her handwriting is unhurried. Each word feels like a breath released. The ink dries quickly, reminding her that time can be both steady and kind. The door opens with a whisper. The white rabbit returns, now wearing a soft raincoat. He carries a lantern shaped like a crescent moon. He asks if Alice is ready to visit the starlit grove. She nods. Together, they step into the rain, which feels warm and soothing on her skin. They follow a pebble path that sparkles under lantern light. Trees arch overhead, their leaves silvered by the rain. The music grows richer, layered with gentle chimes. Fireflies drift in clusters, moving like constellations. The rabbit's lantern joins them, casting a gentle glow. They reach the grove. It is filled with sleeping animals. Foxes curl beside deer. Owls tuck their heads under wings. Squirrels nestle together with tiny blankets woven from leaves. The rain falls through the branches but slows before touching the ground, becoming mist that kisses the air. At the center of the grove stands a fountain. Water rises in a silent spiral, mingling with the rain. The surface reflects the moon, which swims slowly across the sky. Alice kneels and dips her fingers into the water. It feels like velvet. She feels her thoughts lighten. The rabbit tells her that the fountain holds stories of every dreamer who visits. Alice closes her eyes. She hears lullabies in distant languages. She hears rain on rooftops across the world. She hears steady hearts falling into sleep. The sound wraps around her like a shawl. She sees a vision of herself resting back home. A blanket covers her. Outside the window, rain plays a rhythm against the glass. Soft music drifts from a hidden speaker. She smiles, knowing that this story will follow her there. Wonderland is not gone when she wakes. It stays in the gentle pace she carries with her. Alice opens her eyes. The rabbit offers a small silver bell. He says it can summon the calm of the grove whenever she wishes. She thanks him. She tucks the bell into her pocket, feeling its reassuring weight. They wander to a hill overlooking the grove. The rain clears into a fine mist. Stars gleam above, relaxed and bright. A large mushroom serves as a bench. Alice sits, letting her feet dangle. The rabbit sits beside her. They watch the horizon shift through shades of blue and indigo. A soft wind carries the scent of jasmine. Far away, she hears the distant harp begin again, this time accompanied by delicate raindrop rhythms. The sound flows like a river through the forest, wrapping itself around every branch and leaf. A flock of butterflies rises from the meadow. Their wings shimmer with tiny raindrops. They circle above Alice and the rabbit. Each wing beat whispers a word: peace, comfort, steadiness. The butterflies form a spiral before drifting into the night, leaving a trail of shimmering dew suspended on the air. Alice feels the urge to rest. The rabbit leads her back to the cottage where a bed of moss and linen awaits. The mattress embraces her weight. Pillows cradle her head. The room glows with lantern light filtered through gauzy curtains. The rain becomes a soft percussion, guiding her into stillness. She lies down. She closes her eyes. The music behind the rain moves like a lullaby composed just for this moment. Her breathing slows. She hears the white rabbit humming a gentle tune. His voice is tender and steady. He promises that the path to peace is always open. Alice drifts into a dream within the dream. She walks through a garden of moonflowers. She hears the caterpillar's advice carried by the wind. She hears the Cheshire cat's laughter, now a calm murmur. She feels the queen's blessing like a warm shawl on her shoulders. In the dream, she meets a young version of herself. They sit on a swing that floats above a lake. Rain creates circles below. The younger Alice shares stories of curiosity and play. The older Alice shares the gift of calm. Together they weave a lullaby that echoes across the water. When she wakes within the cottage, the rain still falls. The music still flows. The rabbit has left a note by the bedside. It reads, "Remember the rhythm that carried you here. Feel the rain even when the day is bright." The note shimmers once, then rests. Alice rises and stretches. The room feels like morning, though it could be any hour. She steps outside. The rain eases, leaving a fresh scent. Sunlight filters through the clouds, casting a gentle glow on every petal and leaf. She takes a long breath and lets it out slowly. The meadow welcomes her back. Friends gather to bid her farewell. The hare and dormouse pack a basket of warm bread and jasmine tea. The caterpillar sends a ribbon of mint mist that wraps around Alice like a gentle scarf. The Cheshire cat reappears long enough to nod and say that calm is the truest form of wonder. The Queen of Hearts arrives with a procession of softly humming card soldiers. She places a crown of dew-kissed clover on Alice's head. She wishes her nights filled with long rests and mornings that bloom gently. Alice bows, grateful for the kindness that has washed through every corner of Wonderland. The White Rabbit leads her back to the Hall of Mirrors. Each reflection now shows Alice asleep in different soothing scenes. One version rests in a hammock beneath heavy rain clouds. Another naps beside a fireplace while soft music plays. Another curls in a library chair with a thick quilt and a cat curled on her lap. Alice pauses at the reflection that feels most true. She sees herself in her own bed at home. A window is open. The rain outside is steady. Music hums from a speaker. She holds the silver bell in her hand. Peace radiates from her expression. She touches the mirror. It warms and then dissolves, allowing her to step through. She walks up the spiral staircase. The lanterns flicker farewell. The key returns to the velvet cushion. The rabbit bows and whispers that Wonderland will always open its doors to those who arrive with gentle hearts. The oak door closes softly behind her. Alice stands once more beneath the willow by the river. The rain continues, matching the steady rhythm of her breath. The sky lightens as dawn approaches. Birds begin to stir, adding soft notes to the lingering music. The meadow's scents follow, mingling with the fresh air of her own world. She sits and watches the river flow. She knows she can return any time she wishes by slowing her thoughts, listening for the rain, and letting the music guide her. She feels the silver bell in her pocket. She hears its faint chime blending with the morning breeze. A warm blanket rests across her lap. Perhaps it was always there. Perhaps Wonderland placed it gently. It smells like lavender and rain. It grounds her in the present. She wraps it around her shoulders and closes her eyes. The rain eases to a whisper. The melody softens into the background. Alice lets her mind float on the calm current. She carries the lessons of patience, gratitude, and steady wonder. She feels the presence of every friend she met. They are quiet companions, holding space for her rest. She imagines the grove, the fountain, the swans, and the bridge. She imagines the rain falling on all of them, turning to mist, to butterflies, to whispers. She imagines herself drifting into sleep, safe and warm. The blanket hugs her. The willow sings. The rain and music join, steady and kind. Her breaths lengthen, her thoughts slow. The story becomes a gentle hum. Wonderland glows within her heart, calm and bright. She lets herself sink into the moment, knowing she is embraced by rain, by music, by dreams that soothe her soul.